Hello. So today we'll start with economics of machining. That is a new topic in a subsequent topics of machining. So we have seen that in the machining, the three main parts which are involved is the machine tool itself, that is the lathe or the drilling machine, milling machine, etc. Then we have workpiece, that is the job on which the workpiece is the material on which we need to do the machining, and then we have tool. So apart from machining, the machine tool itself, the workpiece and the tool, they are also going to give a lot of cost, because the tools are to be made of very high strength materials. And since the workpiece materials gets of higher and higher strength, my tools also should be of much higher strength, such that it can cut the or do the machining on that high strength workpiece also. So that tool considerations, the cost of tool, the time of machining it is going to take. So if the material removal rate is very low, I need to do the machining for a very long time. The cost related to labor, material cost, etc. comes into picture. And apart from machine tool, the basic cost or the capital cost, the machining cost or the tool cost are also very high. And if we are going to lose the tool, they can be of equivalent cost as of the capital cost or the of the machine tool. So the part of costing is also important. So the cost can be optimized into can be optimized by two methods. One, when we want to maximize the tool life such that I can minimize my cost, and then I can also do optimization to maximize my productivity, or I want to have highest rate of production or performance, and I don't care about my tool or how my tool is getting rough or wearing out of tool is very high. I don't care about them. And one of the method was to get highest tool life. And I don't want to increase my production rate in that case. So there are two ways of doing optimization, and there are various costs involved. So there will be five major types of cost which are involved when we are going to do this optimization. I'll just mention about this cost, and in the next video I'll explain about this cost in much detail, and then I'll also make some or introduce some new parameters such as machining time, etc. So the first is the R1, which is material cost. So we have not used, I'm not using C as the indication to write about cost, because C as a constant has come into various positions, because it was cost, it can be a constant, the material constant, or the tool, Taylor's tool life right hand side. There are so many things. So I'm just assuming R1 or R as the indication, and R1 means a material cost, and it is assumed to be constant. The material cost can vary. After 6 months, the material cost can differ. The material for the workpiece and the tool all can be included, but that material cost is assumed to be constant for a period of time. Then second is the setup and ideal time cost. So setup time cost, that is when I'm going to set up my tool, change the machine working parameters, spindle speed, uh, and other things. And ideal time is when they are going to keep the machine ideal for cooling back of the machine, or etc. Then R3 is the machining cost, that is the actual machining which we are doing, that will involve the machining time factor. R4 is the tool changing cost. So if we want to first make a rough surface finish, and then later we want to do a smooth surface finish or finished better finish surface, then we need to change the tool in between the process of machining. That is tool changing cost, which comes into picture. So that is also going to take some time, and we need to do all the alignments again for the tool also. Then R5 is the tool regrinding cost. So this comes into picture if I'm like the tool is going to wear out, the tip of the tool is going to get blunt, so I need to regrind the tool on my grinding machine. So that is the cost related to that. And if I'm going to use inserts, so there are inserts that are directly capped on my tool. So if I have a tool like that, and I can like use a cap like of structure, fix it on directly on my tool tip, and when I'm doing machining, the tool tip is not going to come into picture or do the machining, actual machining. That's the insert which is going to do the machining. So the insert can be used for machining. After some time, the insert will get blunt, and I can throw the insert, take out and throw, and put new insert. So in that case, I'm not going to do regrinding, and the insert cost can be directly counted into the tool changing cost. But in that case, regrinding cost will be directly 0. So R1, which I said it's assumed to be constant, and it will be independent of machining parameters, while all other things will involve some type of cost or some type of time, ideal time or machining time, etc. in the modeling of the total cost. So in the next video, we'll start with the details of cost and how can I model those costs and find the total cost formula. Thank you.